Right, so if everybody remembers the last time this happened, it's happened again, and we've eventually lost this camera angle. Anyway, on with the vlog! This week on the House of Bread Show, we say thank you to Virgin Trains for their help. We also talk about where the shoeboxes have gone last week. NCS are back to help us out, and we'll say where. Network Rail have already helped us out, and we'll say why. I have a sneezing incident, and as always, much, much more. Right, hello, welcome to the House of Bread Show. One more time, we've got on the sofa, Will.
Hi.
And Sean.
Hi.
Thank you, Sean. Well done. Right, so I'm going to swap things around a bit because you're waving them about in your hand,
sorry.
so we'll get rid of them nice and quick. What's in your hand, Will?
3 VIP complimentary tickets. Thank you, Virgin Trains.
Yeah.
Thank you, yeah.
Thank you very, very much indeed. These are to take us down to London on Thursday. So, Fiona, thank you very much indeed for helping facilitate this. To the Aspire Awards.
Yes.
So we could be talking about an award. Well, just to be mentioned is absolutely fantastic.
Just
it's
to
the
be
House of
shortlisted,
Commons.
yeah, fantastic.
Starts at 2. We're taking Rio down with us, who's a friend of House of Bread, and we're going to spend the day in London having a look at the sites. And
it's
we're
going to be great
nominated.
fun. Yes. So we've got loads to talk about this
Very
week.
exciting.
So yeah, we're just going to say that's happening. So we'll have lots of photos and stuff about that next week. Right, moving on to what's happened. First off, we finally got rid of, in a good way, the shoeboxes.
Yes, so we took about 800 shoeboxes down, thank you Evie and Jane, to Luton in a Luton van on a very windy day.
Yes.
And we met Shazal and Amir, who are lovely Muslim brothers, and we spent a lot of time talking
Well, there'll
with
be
them.
some footage of that going up now.
Yeah, about the work they do. And basically they were taking this consignment and others over to Moldova on the 20th of November.
Well, they take stuff all over the place because they've been to Calais, they've been to Greece, I think, Greek
they're
islands
going back
and
to
stuff.
Greece with another container in December.
Yeah, but they basically they went to help and caught the bug, basically, didn't
and
they?
they basically given up their jobs and they're just devoting their time
Amazing.
to helping it. But what they were impressed by is just the content of the shoeboxes. They were beautifully done. Everything was new, everything was labelled. We're off, guys. Thank you, Evie and Jane. And they were just amazed, and the whole family helped us empty the van. It took us about a long time to empty the van, and it's in there, and it's now out in the refugees' hands. So
Excellent.
Amazing.
Well,
amazing.
thank you to
Evie.
everybody who's
And
done
Jane.
the shoebox, Evie especially for the idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just been fantastic, and that unit downstairs has just been getting fuller and fuller. And when we
Amazing.
were loading the van, we'd stacked up the van rather high and went, right, that's it, a couple more. No, there's still about 400 to go. So it was a task, but absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
It was.
It was brilliant.
Last week, 2 days, we did the tube boxes on a Tuesday, I think we did, didn't
Yeah.
we? We had the usual Wednesday, and then we had 2 fantastic days at the end of the week with some helpers.
Yes.
The container is now clad in
Thank
wood.
Yes, thank you, Network Rail.
Yeah.
Network Rail lads basically clad the container on.
Well,
the
they clad
garden.
half of it on the Thursday.
It was
and did a
amazing.
lot of stuff in
Yeah,
the garden.
and,
Pictures up of them now.
They did. They also set up the polytunnel framework, which is in place.
And then
they worked amazingly.
as a great team, the very next day on the Friday, guys from Amy came in. Some of them
Indeed.
were in Bread Church, some were in the garden, finished off the container and finished off the polytunnel.
So the garden is transformed.
Yeah.
It's
Brilliant.
absolutely
So it was a great bit of linking up between the two
and also
teams.
Amy sent a few people up here and we
Oh,
got
yes,
a load
they
of
were
stuff
up here,
sorted
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah, so
There's loads of
really
brilliant photographs of showing all the work. They really pushed us way ahead in terms of time on the garden, which means that we can get the polytunnel in. And Matt was saying that once he's up and running, then that makes it available throughout the year, so we can work in the winter, planting out.
And the
plants.
container looks fantastic.
Oh, I can
I've
move
been
in.
waiting for it to get clad for ages.
Yeah,
And it just looks
the
great.
windows can open. It looks like a proper log cabin.
Looks like a
really
sauna,
Excellent.
actually.
Looks like sauna.
It does,
actually.
it looks
There's
like
a thought.
sauna, which would be great. So have we got any more volunteering stuff coming up?
Well, Amy are coming back, I think, on the 20th of December. They've got one more session
Excellent.
with us, which is
So we'll look forward
fantastic.
to
So
that.
thank you, Lisa, for coordinating all of that. Both Lisa, our Lisa, but also Lisa at
Yes.
Amy.
Right,
Place
that's
one.
excellent. So the garden, even more stuff happening there this weekend. with a group of NCS guys.
Yes, well, we've worked with NCS before. And these
if you remember, the NCS people did the trolley dash. They've done a lot of stuff with us. National Citizen Service.
Indeed, and you'll remember Ryan was part of that.
Yes.
So they're going to spend 2 days pretty much over the weekend. They're going to do Experience Bread Church with us. They're going to be working in the garden. 2 of them are going to be on Stafford FM on the gardening guide on Sunday morning in the studio.
Yes.
So we can link up there, and then we'll have to quickly leave the studio and dash off to the garden. So thank you, Scott, for all that work, because it's going to be really, really exciting, and they're really going to enjoy it. And again, the whole thing about the community and the young people getting involved and asking about our work is just tremendous. So I'm looking forward to that.
We'll mention later, but we had somebody who'd done the trolley dash come in a different guise with a different hat on, and he said, "Oh, I know these guys. I helped them out."
Yeah.
And was telling his other 2 friends about how great it was. So it's just brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. Now we're going to have a really busy week at the end of this week, and it's a chaos time for House of Bread. I mean, it's about 14 days of pure work coming up. Maybe not 14, maybe slightly less.
No, it's not far off 14.
It's going to be chock-a-block, and it just says, my last 2 bits on my notes up there just say Sean and next week, and a lot of them are related. So yeah, the next 5 minutes probably, or 10.
No, I'll try and make it a little bit quicker. Well, firstly, I had a gentleman come in today, and I've got his card because he only came in today, so I can't remember his name, but his name is Mark Stones
From Perkins,
and he came from Perkins,
and that was
the connection with NCS,
because he had 3 apprentices
with
him.
Dash, and he came around just literally offering us some help and doing some collections in Perkins. So if anybody works at Perkins,
and a catering team they did offer.
Yes, they did. You're quite right. Really? But if anybody works in Perkins and they want to take, he's interested now, wants to take just a tin or 2 into work and donate them, there will be trolleys there for them to do so. And equally, if they want to volunteer to come and cook for us, then we will be in touch with Mark in the near future to organise that.
He was very keen.
So a useful card to have.
Thank you, Mark.
Definitely. Right. What else?
Where are we spending all next week?
Yeah, where are we spending all next week? On Monday, bless you.
Oh no! Carry on, Sean.
Next week
no!
we are. There's a tissue.
Anybody help off camera? Oh, this is a disaster. This is a disaster. You don't see this on the BBC.
I'm trying to keep right.
Go on, carry on.
Professional,
Sean.
right? Yeah. Next week we're in Tesco's all week, all week. And as much of the day as we can stay on our feet. So we're going to try and do from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. I don't think that's going to happen, to be honest.
Will we have any help?
But,
will we have any help?
We will have help from our volunteers. We've also put out for help with the Bearded Brotherhood, who I'm going to contact on Monday
Anybody
to see
else
what they can
in
do.
To help us?
And we've also asked for some help with the RAF. Well done, Will. You realised I just had a complete blank mind there when you asked that.
Well, I thought it was somebody else because you've been going on about that for ages. So I thought, sure, there must be somebody else, but Sean just forgot.
That's amazing. So we're going to be there from 9 to 9, pretty much collecting tins.
So collecting tins, collecting money. And as I always say when we're going out there, is that we can talk to people, and it's a good way for people to come and meet us, see what we do, have a chat with us. And that's important to us because we want to know when people give us food that they know what's happening to it and what we're doing with it. So
and then
that'll
to
be good.
End that week,
and then to end that week, we have a tabletop sale in a building in Stafford called
The
Old Fellows. Thank you. And the same day, this is on the Sunday, we have the Stafford car boot sale. I'm losing this.
Sean is just so busy at the moment.
Right. Okay. The Stafford car boot sale. So it's the last one before Christmas. So we're taking down child's toys. We'll take down some Christmas cards if we can. We've got all sorts of things here that we can take down. So that'd be good to meet us, and also at the tabletop sale.
The other thing as well, just this happened while I was out today doing a bit of work. Is the Staffordshire Newsletter are going to be meeting us at Saltmore Primary School on Monday.
Oh, I've just remembered something I mentioned.
To take a photograph of the Breakfast Club where we're dropping off the cereal. If you remember last week, this is the first of our cereal donations, and it's going to go out to Saltmore Primary Breakfast Club, and so we'll be in the newsletter on Thursday. So thank you, Gail for sorting that out.
Well, we'll thank that when we're in the newsletter.
Can I also
there's a thank you for... Are you going to say the same?
I don't know.
I've got one as well.
King Eddie's?
King Eddie's.
Right, I wasn't, but you go first.
Oh, right. There's another thank you to King Edward's high school, who had a whole kitchen revamp, basically, and said, come along,
we've got everything.
Take your pick of all our catering stuff. So we've got massive pans, huge big colanders, stuff that we've had that people have maybe lent us for a while.
It's going to be £1,000 worth of
but
kit.
Yeah, now it's
all aluminium,
ours, and
fantastic.
it's brilliant. And just we've been looking at buying some stuff, so that's been fantastic.
I've got another one.
Now, well, me first.
Right. This is way off script. I've finished about 5 minutes
I forgot
ago.
to mention my next door neighbour actually, who I met the other day. Who Shona is doing a lot of collecting and auctions and everything for House of Bread at Stafford Place 1.
Stafford Place 1.
Brilliant.
She's a council
and she's a council worker, and just by chance she contacted us, and then only as I stepped out my front door did she say, where do you work? I'm helping House of Bread at the moment. I contacted you, did you? So it was really good because that's a point of contact. She's doing an awful lot. And I really got to say thank you to her and to her team.
They've got some Simon Stoke stuff up
there. They've got
she's your Sharona.
No. And so, that was weird. So she's doing a lot for us, a lot to help us. And I'm way off track here, so can you bring us all back to the vlog, please, Jack?
Could I just thank
your thing?
Basically in memory of George Glover, who we went to his memorial service.
Yes.
Yes. Could I thank everybody involved, because George actually donated.
They had a monetary
collection at the end, and he split it between the Bible Society and the House of Bread. And it's really sweet because George was quite hard of hearing, and each Sunday evening service he used to come up very often with a little package of pairs of gloves and socks. And so I used to talk to him about the House of Bread, but I was never really sure whether he was listening. But George, I know you are, and you have been listening. And
I'm pretty sure that some of his apples
made
their way into the mouths and stomachs of our friends.
So that's fantastic. It was a real pleasure to be part of that and to hear that. So thank you very much, all Glovers.
So I think finally that is it. I keep saying
I've no idea.
Before we record these, the last few weeks I said, right, we've got to be so quick, but they're just getting longer and longer, so we apologise, but there's just so much to cram in. And we just every week we're having to cram more and more in. We might have to start doing 2 a week.
I suppose, to sum it up from my point of view, thanks to everybody who supported us in the last week with donations and gifts and all sorts. It's fantastic.
I've literally been getting 5 emails a day through the website.
Well, and because me and Sean are always up in the unit every Tuesday, which is because we've been so busy, we're having to record this on a Tuesday instead of a Friday. We've just been so busy. More and more people every week are coming in with more and more stuff on a regular basis.
And coming up to Christmas and cold weather, we're getting jackets, we're getting coats, we're getting jumpers.
Sorry, I should have mentioned NCS raised about £300 for us last week.
And they're going to buy loads of stuff for our winter appeal.
Socks for the winter appeal. So that's
and the winter appeal's ongoing. And
bringing it to the garden.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. So if you've got pants and socks into the collection bins, we'd be more than happy as well. And
we forgot to say, we always sit here doing the vlog. I'm going on now because it's getting long again. But the tickets for Virgin Trains actually came about because the lady was watching the vlog.
Yeah. She actually had only been up a couple of minutes.
So hello, thank you. Yes. We always wonder who watches these.
We know who she is.
We know who you are.
We know who you are, yeah. So yes, we'll probably have a lot more next week. Next week will be exciting with that trip down to London. See what we can picture.
Very excited.
Us in suits.
Yeah.
We need pictures.
Yeah.
We'll be tweeting.
Good.
Right, excellent. I apologise for the grotesque scene that happened. I might cut away to that so you can just hear what's going on. The disaster that happened after that sneeze. Yes. Thank you very much for watching. Do you want to say thank you?
Thank you very much for watching. and I wasn't expecting to have to say that, but thank you very much.
Thank you, Jack, for facilitating this week.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye. We'll finish there. What a mess. Bye. Right, hello, welcome to the House of Bread show. One more time, we've got on the sofa Will.
Hi.
And Sean.
Hi.
Thank you, Sean. Well done. Right, so I'm going to swap things around a bit because you're waving them about in your hand,
sorry.
so we'll get rid of them nice and quick.